Have you ever wondered why your belly looks bigger at night even when you barely ate anything? Have you ever looked in the mirror after dinner and thought, why does my stomach act like it has its own mood swings? And have you ever tried dieting, exercising, drinking more water, and still nothing changes? If yes, then get ready because this one tiny evening habit is about to make everything finally make sense. The truth is, belly fat isn't just about how much you eat. It's about how your body responds to stress, digestion, hormones, and the signals it receives before you sleep. Most people think belly fat is a daytime problem, but updated metabolic research going into 2025 shows that what happens in the evening decides whether your body burns fat or stores more of it overnight. This one habit works because it resets your nervous system, lowers your evening cortisol levels, relaxes your digestive tract, and shifts your body from store mode into burn mode. Before we get into the habit, you need to understand something important. Belly fat is far more hormonal than most people realize. Your body stores fat around your midsection when it senses stress, imbalance, or inflammation. Evenings are when you're mentally exhausted, emotionally drained, bloated from sitting all day, and dealing with background anxiety without realizing it. Here's your first rehook. Most belly fat problems start not in the kitchen, but in your nervous system. By 2025, researchers studying metabolic stress have repeatedly shown that reducing evening stress can improve overnight fat oxidation by up to 15%. Not because fat magically melts, but because your body finally stops fighting itself. A stressed body doesn't burn fat, it stores it to protect you. So if your evenings are chaotic or tense, your belly will show it, but the moment you calm your system, your body switches into a repair mode that naturally burns fat overnight. Now let's finally introduce the tiny habit, the 3-minute diaphragmatic evening reset. This is not meditation, it's not yoga, and it's not a deep breathing trend. It's a science-backed way to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the branch responsible for digestion, hormone regulation, and fat burning. When your diaphragm relaxes, your abdominal pressure reduces, your digestive organs get more room, your cortisol drops, and your body stops clinging to fat around your waist. This one habit has been used in physiotherapy, sports science, gut health clinics, and stress reduction therapy for years. Now it's becoming popular again in 2025 because researchers have rediscovered how effective it is for metabolic health. Here's the simple explanation. Most people breathe shallowly all day, especially during stressful evenings. Shallow breathing tightens the diaphragm, compresses your stomach, slows digestion, and signals your body that you're not safe. When your body doesn't feel safe, it shifts into fat storage mode. This is not about being dramatic, this is basic biology. When your diaphragm softens and your breath gets deeper, your nervous system switches modes. You move out of fight or flight and into rest and digest, which is the only state in which fat burning happens. If you fix your evening breathing, you fix your evening hormones, and your belly fat starts reducing naturally. Now imagine doing this tiny reset every evening. 3 minutes. No equipment, no workout, no pain. Just simple, slow, structured breathing. What happens next? First, your cortisol begins to drop. Cortisol is the hormone that makes your body hold fat around the belly. When you lower evening cortisol, your body doesn't panic store fat. Second, your core muscles relax and your digestive organs decompress. That means less bloating and less nighttime belly expansion. Third, your sleep hormones begin to rise faster. Better sleep equals better metabolism. That's not a trend, that's a physiological rule. Let's go deeper, because understanding this makes the habit even more powerful. In 2024 and 2025, researchers studying circadian rhythms noticed something fascinating. People who activated their parasympathetic system before bed had significantly better metabolic flexibility. That means their bodies could switch between burning carbs and burning fat more efficiently overnight. When this happens, your body naturally burns more belly fat while you sleep. Not because you're exercising, but because your system is finally working the way it's supposed to. You don't lose belly fat by trying harder. You lose belly fat by helping your body feel safe enough to burn it. Let's talk about the habit in a simple real world way so you can actually use it. Every evening, about 30 to 60 minutes before bed, sit comfortably with your back supported. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds, letting your belly rise first, not your chest. Hold for a moment. Then exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. The key is that your exhale must be longer than your inhale. That's what activates the fat burning state. Do this for 3 minutes. That's it. You don't need 10 minutes, you don't need a session, you don't need a candlelit ritual. 3 minutes is enough to switch your nervous system modes. You might be thinking, how can something this simple burn belly fat? Simple habits work when they fix the real problem, not the surface problem. This habit directly affects the two biggest root causes of stubborn belly fat: stress and inflammation. Poor evening breathing keeps the diaphragm locked tight, which traps pressure in your abdomen and prevents proper digestion. That's why your stomach expands at night. When you relax the diaphragm, your digestive organs move freely again, your stomach settles, and your body processes food more efficiently. This reduces bloating, reduces discomfort, and reduces the fat storing signals. And when your cortisol drops, your fat-burning enzymes finally activate overnight. This is why people who do this consistently often see results in days, not because they lose fat instantly, but because the bloating and hormonal stress finally stop. Here's another hook to keep the energy high. Your body is not fighting you, it's protecting you from stress you didn't even notice. Most people think they have a weight problem, but really they have a stress problem. Evening stress silently sabotages your metabolism. Your mind thinks you're relaxing, but your body is still tense. And tense bodies store fat. When you do this 3-minute habit, you send a clear message to your body that the day is over, the stress is done, and it's safe to burn fat naturally. Your belly doesn't get bigger because you eat more. It gets bigger because your evenings are chaotic. When you finally shift your nervous system before bed, you break the cycle. You're no longer inflamed, bloated, wired, and stressed at night. Instead, you're calm, relaxed, and ready for real metabolic activity. That's why this habit feels almost magical, even though it's based on the simplest biology. And the best part, anyone can do it. Any age, any fitness level, any schedule. It doesn't matter if you're busy, tired, or completely new to this. You can do it sitting on your sofa. As you keep doing this habit day after day, your evenings will feel different. You'll stop feeling that uncomfortable nighttime belly bulge. You'll wake up feeling flatter and lighter. Your stress levels will stay lower throughout the day. Your digestion will improve. And yes, over time, your belly fat will begin to shrink because the hormonal environment finally supports fat burning rather than fat storing. The smallest habits create the biggest transformations when they fix the root cause. This evening reset works because it brings your body back into a calm, balanced state where it can finally repair, digest, and burn fat the way it's meant to. When your hormones stabilize and your sleep improves, belly fat has nothing to hold on to. The truth is, fat loss doesn't begin in the gym, it begins in your nervous system, and your evening routine controls that system more than anything else. Just 3 minutes, one simple habit, and your body stops resisting, your hormones shift in your favor, and your metabolism finally works the way it was designed to. If this video helped you, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next science-backed habit that actually works. And tell me in the comments what evening routine you want me to break down next. I'd love to help you.